Come over here and perform for me. I'm on it. Give me the.
Baby boy, stay on my mind.
Just give me the light. I'm on it. Give me the. You know, realize I am the DJ, so me take up the mic and then say, just give me the light and pass the joe. Make you feel like you're in control. Yeah, let me know my sides and I got to know which one is gonna catch my flow. Cause I'm in the vibes and I got my dough. Make you feel like I'm in a go. Yeah, I'm looking hype and I got to know. The trumpets blow.
Shake that thing, miss. Can I shake that thing, miss? Annabella, shake that thing, yeah. Donna, Jody and Rebecca.
Well, y'all people who know my lives, y'all know I always have something go wrong. I always have glitches when I do my lives. They're absolutely idiotic. So I was setting it up because I've been playing with some settings and things like that. I turned around, pushed the button, and it freaking started it. I didn't mean for it to start the live yet. I was just trying to go from the regular studio into the scheduled live. So here I am, y'all. We're in here. Hopefully y'all are making it in here. I know it's early. I know I kind of teased out here earlier. I actually did a short Facebook live. See, I didn't even have time to even go get me a fresh drink. I got a drink here. It's old and cold. Well, old and hot, shall we say. But hey, like my brother says, it happens. I mean, it happens to the best of us. And I am known for my lives being stupid. But yeah, I just figured I'd just give it a few minutes to see who all comes in, if anybody gets in here. Don't know. It actually says 7 people are in here. So, hey, y'all be sure to hit the thumbs up, the like button, you know, all the good stuff that they say on this thing. Let's see here. Design. See, because I've still been playing with this stuff. It's kind of, what's up, Mr. Jamie? I'm still playing with all this good stuff with the lives. I've never been good with lives because I don't take the time to play with the stuff, I guess, as much as what I should. So I'm still learning all this mess, so please forgive me, people. Like I'm trying to figure out how to get back in here to where the settings were. Where I had some settings. While I wait on more people to show up here and show what's going on with us. Let's see, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's change this here. Y'all know me. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Let's go with boop there for the minute. Yes, I don't. Put a reminder at the bottom of the screen. Y'all be sure to hit the like button down there. Well, as I kind of discussed in this, something we are going to talk about is the bull mess. We're at Mom's getting ready for soup and a movie. Ooh. Yeah, I've actually got Catherine gets off at 6 tonight. I finally got all my videos done. So that's kind of a teaser of what's going on. I have been off since October 29th. I delivered a load in October 29th. So that kind of lets you know I haven't been working for quite a while. It has been a good while since I've done anything. Wasn't really by choice to be off this long. So I've been off for almost a month. Needless to say, that's not getting cool. Did Young hear that 40% of Democrats want Harris in 2020 election? Seriously? Oh, let me get my toes out the way of the camera. Why would they want 40% want Harris back on the ticket as bad as she just did in this election, why would you want her on the ticket again? That's just, it took a butt whooping in this election. So why do it again? All you can say is brain dead. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. But it was kind of slow where we're at. What's up? We got old Doug, North Country up there, way up north in the cold. If it's, Alexa, what's the temperature?
The current weather is 51 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Throughout the night, you can expect
Alexa,
more of the
stop.
same.
It's 51 here. I can imagine what's up there where freaking North Country's at, y'all. Just get it there. What's up? But, you know, I think the high today was only like 58 or something here. 57, 58 here in Atlanta. So that kind of sucks. Let's see what we got here. We got John Hagerman here from the Windy City. Ooh, yeah, Cape Cod. All that nice, good, cold stuff up there. Nah, I'm good. It is too cold up there for me, in my opinion. But, you know, I took off, delivered a load on the 28th of October. Came home because I'd been out for 8 weeks. So I'm like normally when I stay out for 8, 10, 12 weeks, I come home and I take, 2 weekends off. So basically I take 10 days. But since there wasn't anything else in that time frame to get me when I unloaded, I'm like, well, might as well go home right before Christmas. Halloween. Yeah, let's spit it out. Halloween. Oh, Parker, what's up? Y'all, if y'all are not familiar, just Get It There's got a channel, Overtown Trucking. Parker's got one. He's way out there. He's got some Coronados, a nice good fleet of trucks. Parker, I need to change out my 4-inch round, which I've never looked at changing the 4-inch round blinkers in the Coronado. I see that you've got new ones in there. I don't remember if I saw your video reach. I saw you work on the headlights, but I didn't see you actually change those out. If you can send me something with those lights, I would sure appreciate that. We got Mason here. Parker, I need to email me, Parker, Tony at Tourette's-trucking.com. Oh, we got Tony Mason, Trucking with T-Bone, y'all. He's got a channel out. We got Humberto in here. So y'all go check out his channel as well. But Parker, if you can, email me where you got those lights from. If there's a bracket that goes in there that actually adapter, because I know they had to have a headlight adapter bracket. And I haven't seen any of the 4-inch round lights, LED lights to change out my Coronado without a separate bracket. And I really haven't taken the time, to be honest, to look for it. So, hey, kind of hook a brother up. Let me do this here. Oh, come on now. I wasn't typing on you. Okay, there we go. There we go. I got my email address in there. Yeah, I'll find it's in there. Yeah, because I'd like to change it up because I still have the original factory freaking 4-inch round lights in my, so they're starting to be hazed over. You can't really see that good. They're getting all hazy and just not worth it to me. I really need to get rid of them suckers. Let's see. Y'all, Humberto had almost the same problem that I had, or Jeffrey had. Jeffrey had a clamp blow on him. Jeffrey had one of the charge air cooler clamps break on him. The clamp actually broke. Matter of fact, I'll show you a picture here. Let's see. So with that, of course, y'all know the clamps aren't like $20 for the clamp, but it cost me $391, I think, to have a road service come out. Road service guy, according to the thing, their stuff wasn't but like 11 miles away, but it was 380 to have him come out and send the clamp. So that sucked. Let's see here. Of course, it's kind of whitewashing out, but y'all can see that clamp was actually broke. Broke back mountain, hey, whatever you want to call it. So you see, Humberto had something happen to him as well. So his didn't break, but what was it? You had the boot or something was loose or something, I believe it was. Brake was only, okay, yeah, loose. The National did break one. So see, you know, us drivers, we've always got something going on. I mean, every time we turn around, it's money, 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 money. We're constantly having money issues with stuff. So right now, it's hard in trucking. Now, while I was home, I'm like, you know, thought about since where I was at with C3 Logistics, it hasn't really been that consistent. Like Jeffrey's only been getting one load a week. Right now, he's averaging for the last 3 weeks, one load a week, which doesn't pay any bills, doesn't pay him any bills, doesn't make any money for the truck. So that freaking hurts. That really freaking hurts when you're only getting one load a week. It's not worth it for him to stay in the freaking truck out in the middle of nowhere for one load a week. Not worth it for me because he lives in New York and I'm getting hit with all the extra freaking insurances, paid family leave, ag bull mess, and insurance. The workers' comp for Georgia is only 0.04% of payroll. New York's worker comp is 4% of payroll. So that's even more added on top. Then I got hit with another thing from New York. Sent me a thing, said, hey, you haven't been taken out for this right here. And, you know, we're going to fine you $500 for the first instance, $1,000 for each additional weekly incident. I'm like, wait a minute. I never got the first notice on this. The first notice I've gotten from New York here is this one notice saying I'm being fined. So y'all need to fix the glitch. I can't pay you what I've never been sent saying that I need to start taking out. So that's BS. Now I got to figure something else out with insurance. Progressive just upped my insurance $1,000 from $1,401 to $2,471 a month, starting December 3rd. I'm like, really? The only way I knew that, I haven't got the paper notice in the mail, but didn't get an email notice. But I happened to see, going through looking at something, I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was trying to get insurance for Rogers Cartage, which is where I'm leaning towards right now. I just finished all my training videos through Rogers Cartage. Y'all go check out Chasing Ghosts. She has her YouTube channel as well. Let's see. It's hard for me to see all this stuff, y'all. I got TV glasses, and I've got my laptop sitting over on the ottoman out here, and then I've got my download, shall we say, my movie download laptop, which that gets all the viruses and bull crap. That's all that's for, is for downloading stuff. I got that tied to the TV so I can see a little bit better because I'm getting old. I need glasses. Yeah, Brittany Bird has been getting all that daggone snow and stuff. So, like I say, y'all, Chasing Ghosts has a channel as well. I'm trying to show shout outs to everybody who has channels, so people can go check their channels out in a month. Ooh, Mason, no work in a month. Yeah, see, I mean, it's getting freaking bad. So with that being done, I saw that, John, where Clutch decimated a deer. He had to have road service come out, ran over a dead deer in the road that had just been recently splattered, I guess, in the middle of the road. Oh, he straddled it. It took out his air lines on the trailer. Took out both air lines on the brake chamber. I mean, just ripped the fittings right out inside the chamber. So he road called it. There was a Lowe's close by, but they don't have a shop at that one, so he's kind of SOL. Me, I would have just freaking backed that one brake off. You still would have, no, you can't. Vice grips, if you have vice grips, you can close off the airline. You can still possibly use, if you got 2 sets of vice grips. I probably would have done that and then back the brake off to save from a road call trying to get somewhere. But not everybody has all the tools, which I try to keep tools on my truck just for stuff like that. Anything I can fix on my own, I try to do that. But he decimated deer. Up underneath his truck was completely blood and guts galore. I'm like, oh, that's freaking awful. So luckily, I have not had that. Now, Jeffrey in my other truck, he hit a deer out in Texas. Broke off the bumper light that I have on the side, bent the headlight down a little bit, put a dent in the front bumper with a Pete 579. So that's one thing after another. Exactly, Parker. Road calls are freaking, they rape you. Like I said, because that guy, it was supposedly only 10 miles away to where he was at for Jeffrey for that freaking Charge Air Cooler clamp. All it was the clamp. He just had to put the clamp on. And that was $391 for him to come 10 miles with a clamp. So that sucks. Let's see, how to call out for a dead starter, $1,800. Ooh. See, that hurts when you're in the middle of freaking nowhere. And that's the downside to that, Parker. You're way out. I mean, you're in the absolute middle of nowhere. I mean, you're like way out there in like Never Land, I guess you can say. So that kind of hurts. I mean, I will say that sucks. That sucks beyond belief. But with everything that's going on, with everything that, you know, I'm being hit with, and then me transitioning over to running paper mill stuff, because I'm going back to running paper mill. Used to run paper mill all the time where we do 100% of the load, 100% of the unload. 9 out of 10 times, you'll never even see an operator. A lot of times you'll get stuff scaled. You'll scale in because the carrier actually prints the bills. So we don't actually get bills from the shipper. I actually get our bills on all this paper mill stuff from the carrier. The carrier prints our bills for us, or they'll email it to us if I don't go by the terminal. Then they'll print them out on the truck. And then a lot of times the guard shacks or the scale houses sign our paperwork. We actually never see an operator in that plant. We go in, we unload it, or we load it, then we turn around, we scale out, we go to another place, scale in, we unload it. There are some of them where you'll actually go in, walk upstairs, go into a control room, they'll sign your paperwork, and you go right back out. They won't come out. Everything's on you to do 100% of the work. Now, the one good thing about that is that if you know what you're doing, it's better that way, in my opinion. I mean, because especially if you're like on the side where you're not really a people person. I mean, people who've met me will know I can talk your ears off one-on-one, but then you start getting more and more people around, I start clamming up. I don't like crowds. I don't like big gatherings. I mean, you give me, 1 or 2 people, I'm fine. I'll talk all day long. Like I can talk all day long here on a live. Sometimes I do go over the top. But now when it comes to like on my videos, I'm not one, I always feel funny walking in front of anybody or have someone see me actually recording. That's something that I've always been a phobia against, people looking and staring, because I know they already make fun of my Tourette's. All my sucking sounds that I cannot stop, and sometimes it gets absolutely worse. So I do know I've got that downside, against me. So it just brings out more reason for people to, they say, you're holding a camera out there. You're walking around, you're looking like a freaking hit. I can't do it. I'm always, so my videos are harder to watch than some people. Get my toes out the way. So, I always do better with the paper mill stuff, because we deal with certain paper mills that we see over and over and over and over again. And it's easier that way to me. You get to know them instead of going constantly different places. You get to know the people. They get to know you. And I always had a good rapport with the people. let's see, February's gonna be a little on the slow side. No brush. That is true, Jamie. See, that's why I liked what we were doing because we did all the work. So we didn't really have to wait on anybody. 9 out of 10 times we didn't have to wait on, but very few places do we actually have to wait on somebody. And for the most part, it's 24/7. For the most part, I actually went. I run nights a lot. Like right now, my brother, he's getting up at 2 a.m. in the mornings and getting started. Because when the mills are like that, you've got all your people who sometimes run. Well, they'll get up. Almost all of them get up around the same time, show up at the same time, and now they're all waiting in line to load back to back. But if the mill's open 24/7, you go and load on it. Why not take your butt in there before everybody else and time it so you're in and you're out before they all get there? Then by the time you get back, you beat everybody else. So you're staying ahead of the game. See, I actually used to run nights like that a lot. I start sometimes at 4 or 5 in the afternoon because everybody's at the other end delivering while I'm over this end loading. It all works out better like that. Let's see what brother says. Come on, there it is. Good to have operator come out now at GP and Palatka. And here in Brunswick. They come out when we load White Liquor and Jessup. See, they didn't used to ever come out at the White Liquor and Jessup. They never come out. I mean, we drop the chute in and the white liquor stuff. Y'all, if y'all do not know, white liquor is extremely corrosive. You get a drop on that, you are going to freaking know it. So with that stuff, it's the majority of the stuff we haul is hazmat. The good thing about it is you have dedicated trailers. Like there's 3 different products, 4 different products. You got HCE, you've got black liquor, you've got green liquor, you got white liquor, all these different products at these paper mills. As long as you empty the trailer out, you don't have half a freaking trailer of product, you can top load on top of it. If it's just residue inside the trailer, you're good. You can top load another product right on it. Because at one point, back in years ago, me and brother were making bang money because we were running nonstop. We'd load one product in Valdosta, Georgia, take it up to Macon, unload in Macon, scale out, scale back in, go back in, load a different product, take that product down to Valdosta, unload that product, go scale back out, scale back in, go back inside, reload the original product, take it back and forth. We're going back and forth between Valdosta and Macon, and we're loaded both directions. One product going up, a different product coming back. So you can top load. You don't have to wash the trailer out. So you're actually spending your time actually running loads, not sitting in a tank wash all the time. Which that is the one downside of running the road. You're constantly in a tank wash. You're constantly, wasting time sitting there. So, you may deliver, but then now because you got to get washed out, you got miles to go. Some things on the road, you may have to drive 500 miles to a tank wash. So you're not loading nothing the next day unless that tank wash is right next door to where you're loading. So sometimes it can be 2 days after you unload before you can reload. So that's the one good thing about the paper mill stuff and running stuff like that. So that's where I'm going back to, which is another thing. Good evening, Miss Sarah. See, top loading stuff is the way to go. So with me going back there, since I went home on the 28th and 30th, I got home on the 30th. I delivered my load early. I think I got home on the 30th, October 30th. Yeah. Halloween was Thursday, and I got home the day before Wednesday. So, yeah. So I got home Wednesday on the 30th. Load wasn't supposed to deliver until the 30th. I delivered on the 29th and then made it home on the 30th. And been off ever since. Because I've been waiting for Rogers Cartage to get me all set up. So that's Robert Esposito. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Long time subscriber. Been with me on my channel for a long time. So we've got while I was off on that home time, I wasn't going to go back to work until, let's see what date it was. I got home on the 30th. I was going to go back out till the 11th anyway, which was last Monday. So I figure, okay, he wanted to meet me, so I drive down to Brunswick, which I had to drive all the way from Atlanta all the way down to Southeast Georgia. basically 5.5 hours down there, taking the truck, looked at the truck, met with him for about 4 minutes, went took a drug test, new DOT physical because mine expired in 7 months. He's like, we're doing a new one on you. So we did that. The plan was to have me started by the end of that week. So on the 8th of November, he calls and, well, they're running a little bit behind on things. Hopefully we'll get you started first thing, next week. Well, the terminal manager has a family emergency, so he's on the other side of the United States and got called away basically that weekend and has been out ever since like the 8th or the 9th. So I've been in limbo waiting on him to come back before I can start, because corporate has all their stuff done, but they won't make a move until they hear back from the terminal manager, who's out with a family emergency right now. So I'm like, so now I'm sitting here going on almost a month with no revenue. That sucks. And to add to that, my driver that was in the first Black Betty #1, who had surgery, he's been out. The last load that truck pulled was August. Let's see. Let's look it up. Pull up my trusty calendar here. Ooh. August 5th. The truck, he said the truck was leaking coolant. So my brother went and delivered that load for him, took it from him on the 5th and delivered on the 5th, 6th that night, midnight. So that truck hasn't run and pulled anything since August 5th. So that hurts. So that kind of like, he had surgery. He was coming up for surgery anyway in August. So by the time we got the truck fixed, there was no reason for him to go out, because then he'd have to come, literally just go run it and do a local load, come right back out. Well, C3 didn't really have any local loads in the South. So there was no way to get him out and get him back in time for a surgery. So with the surgery, he had to be down for 2.5 months or so because of it was in the stomach. And as a tanker, you can't be climbing up ladders, pulling on your stomach, and everything else. So that made things worse. So that really kind of kicks you in the gut when you've had that truck down for 3 months now. August 5th, September, October, November. So we're going on almost 4 months now, because that truck's made no revenue, but there's still bills on that truck. Insurance every single month. Insurance to the carrier for cargo insurance every week that was coming out. Then Jeffrey only getting a little bit of work, so it's been awful. So I actually have the one truck up for sale. Humberto is actually going to try to come by and look at it when he passes through this area next week or two. Yeah, that Coronado, or that Pete 579 is up for sale, because I've got to get from under it. I mean, it's sad that you get to a point to where you have to get rid of a truck to stay afloat, because as a small guy, you eventually run out of freaking money. When you've got one truck that's been down for 4 months, the truck that the New York driver's in, that truck was down basically for, bought it in March of 2023, because where we're at, they said, yeah, we need more trucks and we need more drivers. So I bought a truck, my brother bought a truck in like March and April of last year, expecting to put drivers in. Well, then we got to put on a hiring freeze. So I just got Jeffrey in that truck August 26th of this year. So that was March, April, May, June, July, 4 months plus. So that's 16 months with no revenue on that truck, but yet you're paying $3,000 a month for truck payment insurance for a truck to sit there. So this year and last year has not been a good freaking year. I mean, it's really sad that you have to sell a truck just to get out from the payment, especially when you only owe 17 payments on it. Got to pay off, only owe 17 more payments on it, and then be paid for. That absolutely sucks. To be so close to having a vehicle paid for, which it really wouldn't hurt so bad with not having a driver in it if it was paid for. But since how you still have payments, there's still bills on it every single month, and it's just sitting there, and you're kind of in limbo between carriers, that kind of hurts as well, because I was trying to find drivers and nobody wants to drive. Everybody's like, well, if you can't guarantee me $3,000 a week as a company driver, I can't drive for you. I'm like, excuse me? You got to do the freaking Gary Coleman and, dang it. Can't remember the freaking name of the TV series from back in the 80s. What you talking about, Willis? Different Strokes. You know, what you talking about, Willis? You want me to guarantee you $3,000 a week as a company driver, or every week I got to guarantee you $3,000? You know, filling a bunch of headers. There's owner operators who aren't even bringing home $3,000 a week, and you expect to make that as a company driver? Then where's money going to be for paying the bills on the truck if you have to be guaranteed that much? Now, granted, me and my brother have always paid drivers and done right. Like, we have TransFlow in our truck. We've got laptops, laser printers, Dish Network on our trucks, a touchscreen stereos with Sirius XM. We give them a freaking truck GPS. We give them tire pressure monitoring system so they know what all their truck tires are, pressure. They got freaking CBs. I mean, RPs, they've got freaking half fenders on them. I mean, all the comforts, refrigerators, microwaves, DVD players, Blu-ray players. I mean, we give them all the comforts except for a toilet and a sink. You know, the driver we want to have, and we pay them 30% of the gross revenue, not the net. Where some people, they pay 30% off what the truck brings home. We were paying 30% off what the truck grosses. So say we're contracted with C3. Okay, say Dow Chemical is paying C3 $4,000 for this load. We get 70%. Okay, we get 70% of that. Well, wait a minute. Some people say, well, you're only paying 30% off of 70. No, we're paying 30% off the 100%. So, as you think about it, C3 got 30%. The driver gets 30%. So that's 60%. That's only 40% to go towards the bills on the truck and for any kind of profit to put aside for maintenance. So 60% is gone off the bat. Of course, fuel never covers enough of the fuel. Tolls, and this was one of my big things of why I did leave C3. Now, granted, Jeffrey is still up there. Jeffrey is still with C3. Now, the tolls are eating me alive with him, because just him on the 13th of this month, I don't have much. I think I've got like a, what is it? Like an $1,800 deposit or something with pre-pass or something. They never let you get half. As soon as you hit half of your deposit, they go ahead and pull it out of your account instead of waiting until the first of the month when they bill you, and then you get a bill, and then they automatically debits out of my account. Well, they ended up with him on the 13th. They already pulled money out of my account on the 3rd, because he had already hit that half limit with just his truck up there in the Northeast. Now, let me see here. Let me give y'all a good example. Okay, good. Hopefully this doesn't wipe out. I'm looking in my Trucking Pro program because I can pull a report. I can tell y'all exactly what I've spent in tolls for the year. The tolls compared to what you actually get paid in tolls is completely different. Bam. Okay. Let's break out the calculator on here. Let's see. Tolls, I spent $14,129 in tolls. 14,000. Now I'm trying to get close. I can't really see that good. 129. Why do you keep doing that? 129 minus what I've actually received in toll pay on my settlement sheets is 57.39. So that's still $83.90 that I've had to come out of pocket for tolls. That hurts. So if you take that, let's see, we got 57.39 divided by the 14,129. So by that standard, they're only paying 40% of the tolls. So 40% of the tolls, oh no, let's see. I set my phone down on the remote, y'all. So I can't see squat. Now I got this screen off. Minimize, there we go, now I can see better. Okay, so 40% of the tolls, and then when you figure everything else that you're paying, you're having to pay the extra in fuel, that extra, $8,000 in tolls for the year, and you're paying, and that's only 40% to you, along with all those extras, along with insurance. It's almost impossible to stay afloat nowadays. It's really getting hard to stay afloat. Yeah, exactly there, Parker. So, a lot of people don't realize all this, that there's a boatload of freaking money in trucking. 12 to 1,500 take home is normal. Yeah, see, exactly. 12 to 15 is normal. Things happen, you can guarantee every week. I get 33% or 28 per hour. Wow. See, 33, 28%. See, and I'm just a small guy. Just like my brother. Brother's just a small guy. Yeah, see, now, that wouldn't be bad to, average 6,000 a week, but haven't even really been averaging that. So, because there was a good bit of time where I was actually only bringing home, 6,000 or 7,000 gross between two trucks. So that makes it even harder to actually stay afloat. So that's why I've actually got to put one truck up for sale to get rid of one. And then the New York is absolutely eating me alive. And I'm hoping and praying that we can get this bull mess wiped out without me actually having to pay the fines for this other crap. Like they sent me that letter. I'm like, wait a minute, I never got the first letter from you to begin with saying I need to take money out. So I'm hoping that they don't stick with that. But then lady's like, well, just get everything set up and do this. And then, okay, now upload this document here, once you get this. And then check back with us, and then we'll reassess and see if we can get the penalties reduced. I'm thinking, freaking reduced? I didn't violate anything I didn't freaking know. And New York's talking about check back later after we have time to make sure everything's set in motion, and then we'll see if we can get the penalties reduced. Not wiped away, reduced. What am I going to pay them with? So it's getting ridiculous, y'all. But yeah, that's where we're at now. We're working on swapping over, and per my conversation yesterday, with them renewing the leases, they're changing the leases for insurance requirements over where I'm headed. And they take effect December 1st. So they're like, even if we can get you started at some point next week, I still have to have another lease take effect on December 1st. But now here's the downside. Terminal manager still isn't back yet. So he's still got to do his part to get everything set up so that they can actually get me a lease to sign. And guess what next week is? Thanksgiving. They're all closed on Thursday and Friday. So, and I still got to get down to Jacksonville, Florida for training. Because if you've been gone for more than, I think, like 18 months, you've got to come back. It don't matter if you got 10 years experience with that carrier. If you've been gone for 18 months, you got to go back through training again. So I may not be able to start until that first week of December. So that sucks. That absolutely sucks. So yeah, so this is just one of them things why it's just, yeah, you're freaking out. You're absolutely just like, why? What's the deal? Is it just meant for me to just lose my butt? Which, like the wife said, obviously we did something that God just does not like, because He is not answering prayers. We'll never understand why things happen. Well, what's the reason why all this is happening? But hey, it is what it is, and nothing we can freaking do. But just hope and pray things, turn around for the best. Hope and pray that the economy gets better. It sucks to have to sell a truck with only 17 freaking payments left on it. And that's the cheaper payment in that truck. I mean, that payment on that truck alone is $500 less on that payment alone. I don't blame you there. See, now, my brother has trucks, and he's got trucks that are sitting. Which, my wife said, you know what? If you would have just stuck with just my Coronado, this paid for, when I was making money in Miami, running costs to the cruise ships, I want to put the money into the trucks, buying trucks. And of course, me and my brother outfit all of our trucks up with every nice little amenity that, drivers could use to make their life better. APUs, everything else on the trucks. We put a boatload of freaking money, extra money into the trucks. Of course, we have a drop visor, chop. We don't like amber lights. All of the amber lights on all of our trucks get changed to freaking clear lenses, all down the sides. Underneath the sleeper, they get changed from just marker to marker and blinker. I mean, we want visibility. We did put underglows on them. We didn't decide if we ever get more trucks, no more underglows on employee trucks. Because if they're not by the terminal, we get to see them all the time, then they have issues. We can't fix it. You can't send it to a freaking, a TA to have them fix your underglows. So we're not doing that anymore. But, we spent all this money in Miami, and if I would have just kept that money in the freaking bank, I'd have been perfectly fine to ride this out for 5-6 months. But we tried to expand, tried to buy trucks, tried to get drivers, and now you're like, why do we even bother? Have a good one, brother. Enjoy the movie. Catherine is probably on her way, because I see she gets off at 6. She had texted me earlier, so I'm assuming. Oh yeah, I have my baby on Life 360, which we call Stalker Map. So when she passes a certain point going to and from work, I know that when she gets in the neighborhood, I get a notification. So yeah, she's almost home now. Since she's been at work all day, I need to get down there and make her something to eat too. So everybody, y'all have yourself a good, safe, blessed weekend. This is just a little bit of the BS of what's going on here. So I'm hoping that once I do get back down there, granted it's going to be paper mill stuff, but maybe I can get back into the videos and more of the stuff with the paper mills, because paper mills are generally a little bit more lenient than refineries and stuff like that on recording, and that I can get back on some more of the tanking videos on, unloading and things like that. What I was involved, because I do have some how-to videos. My one video, how to unload a tanker, it's got like 65,000 views on it after like 2 years, however long I've had it up. So, get a lot of comments on that, on how people appreciate it. So, it's all about trying to help people out, which is why I always say, hey, everybody's got a YouTube channel. I mean, hey, go check out these people on their channels. I mean, I'm quick to throw people out there. Hey, look, y'all go check out channels, because I'm just a small guy too. If y'all wondering, it's my mouse. I'm mousing over here on the couch. But I want everybody to grow. I want everybody's freaking, YouTube channel to grow. That's why I'm always shouting out everybody's YouTube channel that comes in here, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help one another out. So, hey, that's what it's all for. Anyway, y'all have a good, safe, blessed weekend. We'll catch you on this one, y'all. Peace out.